Hello everyone, welcome to Anime No Mi, and thank you for joining us for another One Piece video. So Luffy has this great big dream of becoming the greatest pirate in the world and becoming king of the pirates. And he may even want to look at surpassing even the title of the former king, Gol D. Roger. But in order for his dream to be realized, it's necessary that he manages to find and capture the One Piece. With the end of our current Wano arc, Luffy is all the closer to achieving this title. Now, even though he's managed to become a Yonko, Luffy now is going to have some even greater obstacles in his way, and he might have even inherited a few more now that he has apparently become Joy Boy. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the ways that Luffy will be able to find the One Piece so that not only can he become king of the pirates, but potentially surpass Gol D. Roger, and also about the greatest title that Luffy could earn that will surpass even that of king of the pirates. But before we dive into the video, if you're new to the channel, or even if you've been around for several videos, we'd be absolutely honored if you consider leaving us a like, or even subscribing, and make sure you leave a comment letting us know what you thought of the video. It really helps us out and motivates us to make more content. And if you want to help us out in a bigger way, consider sharing the video or the channel with a friend. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So friends, as we know, the title of Yonko is given only to the four most powerful pirates that exist in the world. And it is one of the most coveted titles in the world because it makes you the pirate who has immense fear and respect throughout the world. But of course, there is a title that surpasses even the great Yonko title. And that title, of course, is King of the Pirates, which is the rarest and most difficult to obtain because only one pirate has ever obtained this title. And that, of course, was our former captain, Gol D. Roger. And he managed to obtain it by finding the greatest treasure in the world, the One Piece. And with everything that Roger gained, the wealth, the fame, the power, he became known as the greatest pirate in the world. But once he lost his life, no one else so far has been able to get the title because no one has been able to find the One Piece treasure. Sometime after Roger lost his life through execution, the Yonko system was created and was made of the four most powerful pirates that in the future could become the next king of the pirates. The first pirates to achieve this title, of course, were Big Mom, Shanks, Whitebeard, and Kaido. These four again being the four pirates that could become the king of the pirates because of their level of ability. Yonkos also have an immensely powerful influence over the world, along with the Marines and of course the world government. And it's for this reason that they are respected by many pirates and even by many Marines. The first change that we ever saw to the Yonko list, of course, came about during the Battle of Marineford, where Whitebeard lost his life to teach. And so then, with the fall of this Yonko, Blackbeard was able to take his place, and thus becoming a new Emperor of the Sea. And now that the Wano arc has come to a close, and Law and Luffy and Kid managed to bring down Big Mom and Kaido, this opened up 2 Yonko slots that pirates could fill. For having managed to defeat Kaido, Luffy took his spot and became a warlord of the sea, and is now being recognized all over the world. But it wasn't just Luffy. The other Yonko position ended up being filled by Buggy the Clown, after doing something or presenting some kind of great threat in order to take over Big Mom's place. So because of this ascendance to the Yonko level, Buggy and Luffy have not only become new emperors, and also caused their bounties to increase, that they are now going to be sought after by the whole world because they have become 2 of the biggest and well-known pirates in the world. But even with all the prestige and kind of notoriety that comes with the title of Yonko, their goals are nowhere near complete. I mean, especially Luffy's, because he wants to be not a Yonko, but king of the pirates. In fact, the moment Luffy saw his most recent bounty poster and saw that he was a Yonko, it seemed to scare or bother Luffy to death because he didn't expect to become a Yonko. And of course, that's not even his main goal. Luffy didn't face Kaido just to become a Yonko, but instead to destroy the control he had in Wano and to free his friends and see that no one went hungry or starved in the land of Wano. So together, he and Law, really that was the reason why they went there to Wano, was to defeat Kaido and end his reign. But with the end of this arc, Luffy has in fact managed to become a Yonko, and now is one step closer to achieving that true title of King of the Pirates. But Luffy may long for a title even greater than that of Roger's, a title higher than King of the Pirates, in which Luffy might actually be able to achieve it. During this Wano arc, Luffy awakened his fruit, and of course we discovered that he doesn't have the Gomu Gomu no Mi, but rather the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, which has the power of the sun god Nika. And with its awakening, Luffy also seemingly inherited the title of Joy Boy, something that even Roger respected in the past, of course after finding out about Joy Boy's existence. So the former Joy Boy was a very powerful and recognized person from the past. In fact, the title of Joy Boy seemed to cause the ancient kingdoms fear, and really made him a greater danger even than the one Roger presented represented, of course, even after he found the One Piece treasure, because of course the former Joy Boy could possess an even greater power than even Roger had. This power that Joy Boy had may have been the very thing that gave him the title, but it was also the very same thing that caused these ancient kingdoms to fear Joy Boy, or at least maybe fear the sun god Nika. And it was a title that was so scary to the world government and all of those kingdoms that formed it so many hundreds of years ago that the title was erased along with the existence of the fruit. So because Luffy has seemingly become the current Joy Boy, he may obtain a title that presents the same level of danger as his predecessor, which would make him even more recognized than the Pirate King himself, Roger, and may even give him a higher bounty than even Roger had, becoming the highest bounty in the world. We're talking about a reward so great that only those who managed to take Luffy's life and take his body to the world government would be able to get the reward, because the danger that he now presents may be pretty astonishing. Now, Luffy doesn't know how to fully control his power yet, because he just awakened it recently at the end of this Wano arc, so he still has a lot yet to learn, but we don't even really know the full potential of this fruit. But there is a possibility that this very fruit, the model Nika fruit, could be the most powerful fruit in the world. But Luffy also has a great challenge yet in his way to obtain the greatest title in the world. And there exists a great enemy that possesses a power that can face that of the sun god. Because of course Blackbeard has the ability to nullify the power of any fruit user through his power of darkness. So sometime in the not so distant future, we're gonna see Luffy and Blackbeard meet again to decide who will become the greatest pirate in the world. And not only that, they still have the score to settle after all Teach did and was responsible for making Ace lose his life. And in this battle, we will see a confrontation of two Yonko giving everything they have to defeat each other. And this may be the first time we ever see some kind of battle like this, because it's not just for territory or clout, but rather this is a very fight for each of their dreams and their ability to achieve their goals. Both of these men want to be the greatest of pirates, but currently Blackbeard presents a greater danger because he possesses two devil fruits and also has total control over these fruits, while Luffy still doesn't know what his full potential is. Because as the Gorosei said, the fruit of the sun god Nika has a great evolutionary capacity, so Luffy will be able to get even stronger if he uses his creativity to create new transformations from Gear 5 on. And it may only be after defeating Teach that Luffy will be able to go on to find the One Piece treasure, where he will finally be able to understand everything that happened in the past and thus awaken some hidden power that only Joy Boy possessed. And with this awakening, Luffy would be able to go on and then face the greatest danger that would still remain. And that, of course, is of the world government, because this organization presents the greatest danger and even greater danger than Teach himself. The world government controls the Marines and the SSGs. So in other words, they have control over the world. And having so many Marines and scientists at their disposal, they could pretty much defeat any pirate that the Gorosei want. But if there is something at Laugh Tale that allows Luffy to further and ultimately open up and awaken his fruit to its fullest potential, he may understand why he has the power of this fruit. And this understanding and power would make the world government consider him the greatest threat and an even greater threat than even Roger presented. And perhaps because Luffy possesses a sun god fruit, perhaps this may even earn him the title of God of the Pirates, surpassing even that of the title of King of the Pirates. Because Luffy has become an unstoppable pirate, where not even a Yonko could surpass his power. And this could make Luffy get the bounty that no other pirate could ever achieve. The highest bounty, of course, in the world belonged to Roger himself, and that bounty was of 5,564,800,000 berries. Now, Whitebeard had a bounty close, but not quite comparable to that of Roger's. But then again, Luffy could be the one that could surpass even Roger's bounty, and then possess a reward worthy of his title, making Luffy the most feared pirate that ever existed in the world. And no pirate would dare face him because of the enormous power that he can bring to the battlefield. But before that all could happen, there's even a possibility that a new pirate could try and take Luffy's title, because that title would be something that all powerful pirates would want to get. A title like that would bring pirates out of the woodwork, where they would want to take down Luffy and the Straw Hats in order to get this greater title. And Luffy would really be a great thing for anyone seeking fame or power or notoriety. But the threat is not only from pirates, but also from the world government itself. Because let's just think about what Akainu and the other admirals would want and how badly they would want to defeat Luffy. And the assembled admirals could face down Luffy so that no mistake could happen. And it might take all of the admirals to do so, because Luffy has gotten to a level of power that I don't think we've seen. And with his companions by his side, I don't think just one admiral could do the job. It would really take maybe all the admirals and the fleet admiral to face off against him and his crew. But at this point in the story, we're not just talking about Luffy, but also remember that Luffy also has the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, being very numerous with very powerful pirates and giants and all of that lot that have kind of joined up. So this would even further allow Luffy to get into an even bigger confrontation against pirates and even the Marines or the world government itself. So this may come down to the fact that it's going to be the Marines and the SSG in a united force to face down this great danger that Luffy presents. Because if he were to achieve the full power of the Sun God Nika and possess the same level of power of Joy Boy, who knows what he could do in the world? And this brings us to a character that we haven't talked about yet. But let's not forget about Im-sama, this mysterious character that seems to sit on the throne, that holds some power and sway even over the Gorosei. Im-sama's main goal could also be to erase Luffy, because Luffy's existence could cause the same conflict that the very first Joy Boy caused way back in the Void Century, which would force the world government to pay for everything that they've done and face the fact of all of the horrors they brought to the world. And this would be something that the world government would stop at all costs, because if Luffy was able to fulfill whatever was not fulfilled by the first Joy Boy, Luffy would be responsible for bringing the downfall of the world government, the Marines, and even perhaps the SSG. And if this is the great masterful final battle that Oda has alluded to in the past, this would bring together all of the world's factions, because it's not just Luffy and company who want to bring down the world government. We have the revolutionaries that would now have a new pirate god to rally around so that they can help him bring down the world government and bring freedom to people and reveal everything that's been hidden in the past. So with everyone coming together and almost the rest of the world allying and standing next to and behind Luffy, he would become an even more recognized pirate than Gold D. Roger himself, possessing a title that no other pirate could ever surpass. Luffy would become a legend in the world of One Piece, being the pirate who was able to change everything and bring a new dawn, allowing people and everyone in the world to smile again, because Luffy would be able to fulfill the wish of the first Joy Boy. That would be to free everyone from the world government and the Celestial Dragons, because they're the reason why the world is in this current state. So with this feat accomplished, Luffy would then be able to finish his long journey and get everything he wished for, and of course become the greatest pirate and freest man on the sea. Which at the end of the day, aside from throwing the biggest party in the world, that's really what Luffy's after. But with all that said, my friends, what do you think about it? Do you think that this real big final matchup is gonna be everybody on one side against the world government and SSG and Marines? Also, where do you think the SSG is gonna fit in? Because, you know, we still have Vegapunk out there, and maybe he might not just wanna chill on the side of the world government and Marines. And also, what do you think really is part of this One Piece, and do you think that's gonna be something that will really change Luffy's direction once he has it? Let us know what you think in the comments below. So there you have it, friends. I want to thank you all so much for watching the video all the way up to the very end. And make sure you please comment on any themes or ideas that you'd like to see in future videos. And also, since you made it this far, why don't you give us a like or hit that red subscribe button before you head out to take on the rest of your day. I hope to see you all in our next video, and let's keep sailing this giant sea together. Take care.